Hello, my friend. Do you wish your relationship was everything you hope it would be? Or are you disappointed that being in a great relationship is just not happening for you? Or maybe you had enough going to bed feeling sad and then waking up in the mornings feeling empty. Would you like to change your life situation perhaps? And do you want that to happen sooner than later? You see, I am so pleased you have landed here as we believe that the good news is just a click away. And the good news is finding and keeping your soulmate is a powerful training course that gives you the keys to create your own fulfilling and meaningful life or relationship. You see, research tells us that almost everybody wants the magical feeling of lasting happiness, right? So here's your chance. I always take my hat off to people who actually take action just like you, people who want a better life and that are willing to do something themselves to change things, to change their lives. Could this be your time to finally find your soulmate? My advice is that there is no better time than now to take action. And there is no better time for those of you that are having to continue living all alone. So, you see, for the last few months now, we have all been experiencing the biggest interruption in our lives ever because of this COVID-19 pandemic. The social distancing, our lack of human contact, and like have really brought home each of us the high value being in a secure, loving relationship. If you don't have a partner in your life right now, then personally, I don't believe there is any more important time than now to be receiving that deep connection with someone, to being held tight. You know what I mean? Get rid of those feelings of emptiness and instead get your share of the hugs. Or maybe you would not get that now, but there's someone there waiting for you right now, more than ever before. We have more time to heal, to make the changes, and to recruit some new patterns of love for our lives. You see, let me tell you some great news according to Robert Waldinger, that the director of major study called the Harvard Study of Adult Development, which has lasted for 75 years study. He said the clearest message we have from this study is this: good relationships keep us happier, healthier, period. In other words, happiness is love, full stop. Happiness is not about how much money you have or how many countries you have visited or how beautiful your home is or how successful you are in your career. No. The biggest measure of your happiness and fulfillment overall in your life is through the state of your love life. And additionally, the study also concluded that having someone to love and to share with and rely on helps your nervous system relax and helps your brain stay healthier for longer and reduces both emotional as well as physical pain. I find this very interesting findings. Would you agree with me? Because I can tell you, 15 years ago when I was at the lowest time in my life, I was so stressed that I could hardly move my shoulder. I ended up being diagnosed with having a frozen shoulder. Why? It's because of all that bitter emotion that is keeping inside me. So what about you? Are you experiencing any health issues at the moment? You see, the data was also very clear that those who feel lonely are more likely to see their physical health decline earlier and die younger. Wow, that's really powerful. Would you agree with me with that? So, back to your soulmate. Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's any possibility that you could be blocking your own soulmate? Or are you living all alone because you are unintentionally blocking your own soulmate and not letting love into your life? Hey, it's not necessarily your fault if you don't have a soulmate right now. But if it was because of something you might be thinking, something like, I have missed the boat. All the good ones are now taken. Or maybe you say, my past bad luck in love has left me damaged and with too many issues. Or maybe you think, I didn't find my soulmate when I was young. So how will I find one now? So what if I told you that none of those statements are true and don't have the slightest impact on whether you attract your soulmate into your life? In fact, if you think you're still single because there is something wrong with you, I can tell you, my friend, that this is almost certainly not the case. There is probably zero wrong with you, nothing wrong with you. In fact, your perfect soulmate is out there waiting patiently for you. If only you knew how to attract them. So, what if the only reason you haven't found your soulmate is maybe because no one taught you the right way to find them? And the only reason that they are not there with you this very moment is because you don't know how. So it's time for you to realize that this is all possible. You see, I used to think just like that, and some of you that I had missed the boat too. In fact, I had got to a point where I was very low and disconnected from my own life. I was in a wrong relationship for 27 years. And even though I knew this, because my belief that my destiny was already written for me and that there was nothing I could do about it. So I stayed. I felt I had no power over my destiny. And so consequently, I felt stuck in my life for many, many years, extremely unhappy. But how wrong was I? So you see, in my own journey to find the right connection to my life again, I finally realized that I had unintentionally been blocking my soulmate, and that's why I was in the wrong relationship in the first place. Do you get what I mean? So you see, my friend, little did I know that I had blocked my potential soulmate because of some of my own issues, my limiting beliefs in other limitation. And it wasn't just one thing that I got wrong. In fact, I had a lot of them. So through taking the steps that we outline in our course here, the finding and keeping your soulmate, this training guides is very practical and prepares you in every way for that incredible relationship you could have together. And the foundation of this course are what we call the 6 master keys to finding true love and lasting happiness. And the first master key dives deep into what is in love versus real love. It explains what an enlightened relationship is, and it helps you understand where you are and where you have been in the past through self-reflection exercises, and all preparing you for the love of your dreams. That might sound a bit glib to you right now, but just wait. This might be the first time in your life when you realize how harness and direct your enthusiasm for what is truly important to you. And the second master key is all about your current beliefs and any behavior patterns. It will help you to discover anything that has been blocking your paths towards your own personal happiness. And having a great relationship, you will be able to take the tools provided to be ready, or if you are already in a relationship, share the tools to help and improve your current relationship. And here's the thing, living with a loving relationship where you respected each other but could also work through potential differences before letting this become breaking points. You are going to gain a new understanding of how to break patterns and recognize triggers to help you control any potential violence or anger. And it will be no longer will you feel like you are being controlled by others or be hostage to your own reactive emotions. And the third master can teach you a series of very positive skills, helping you with relationship communication strategies and how to establish and nurture teamwork environment. And also, there is a powerful session on understanding and then using the love language of your partner to supercharge your relationship. And the master key number 4 is all about the power of forgiveness with practical step of how and when to promote harmony and balance with you as an individual and in your relationship. So I promise this key is life-changing. And the master key number 5 dives deep into the state of happiness, what it can be, how to get it, and how to avoid false visions. Just consider how your life could feel right now if you can achieve this elusive state. And finally, master key number 6 wraps everything you have learned to help you create the vision of the relationship and the soulmate you are wanting for. So, would you agree with me that one of the most important decision you can ever make is the person you choose to spend the rest of your life with? That's right, my friend. We sort of know that unconsciously, but yet so many of us make this decision with blinkers on, ignoring some of the most glaring red flags. And these red flags that often become very real issues in the relationship. And it can lead you down a path of pain, suffering, and heartbreak, just like what I have been through. Now, you can instead connect to this amazing or powerful online short course called Finding and Keeping Your Soulmate to save you the same heartache or to bring you back to where you used to be. I remember what Tony Robbins says, that it is your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. This is your chance to make the ultimate breakthrough and to start living the life you desire and deserve. So, because of the recent events in the world today, I have decided I wanted to help as many people as possible to find and keeping your soulmate. So, we created a very special package available only for the next 2 weeks. And this package, you ready? Contains, just for signing up, you are going to get a bonus of a 24-page paper called Learning Self-Love with immediate access to this before commencing the course. at value of $25. And Finding Keeping Your Soulmate, an online course comprising 24 instructive videos with 20 related worksheets and value of $220, plus a free 1-year subscription to our newsletter worth $60, and plus membership access to the Finding and Keeping Your Soulmate, a private Facebook group, so that you feel that family sense environment. And the whole package is normally worth $560, but I want to give it to you for crazy price of $48. So what are you waiting for, my friend? Like what Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So you want different result in your life, in your love life. If you want a different result, you've got to do something different. So like what I said, I'm only doing this for the next 2 weeks, and I'm doing it because right now we need a lot of more love in our world. And I want all of my loyal friends, followers, to have access to this amazing course at this opening price. So just $48 for the next 2 weeks. Finding, Keeping Your Soulmate. And it's an online course. And click now on the link below and get your course today. I'm Nancy from the Power of You Academy.